Hey guys and dolls, this is Jessie from Greenwood. Today I wanted to touch base with you guys about something that is commonly mistaken for coccidia, but is not coccidia. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about aspergillus. Now I'm sure I just totally butchered that scientific name, but it's more commonly known as Brooder pneumonia, and it's pretty prevalent in chicks. A lot of the times when you see the symptoms, goodness, what was that? When you see the symptoms, they are very easy to say, oh, that's coccidia. For instance, I'm going to use this as an example, even though this little guy is just enjoying the warmth. Boop. This little one is just enjoying the warmth. How he was positioned before, usually droopy, wings up, things like that, is a symptom. On top of that, lethargy. They'll start thinning out or getting extremely light, even though they are eating or drinking, or they may actually lose their appetite altogether. But the biggest indicator that you're dealing with aspergillus or Brooder pneumonia versus coccidia would be the gaping. When the chick is opening its mouth, extending its neck, and it looks almost like a weird yawn, or if they were potentially trying to vomit. And they will continuously be doing this. They're not getting enough air. It's called gaping. They're in respiratory distress. So you got a couple things to think about. I believe aspergillus is fungal. So, of course, make sure you keep your bedding constantly clean. Make sure you're sanitizing in between batches. I mean, I don't think the deep litter method is too big of a deal if it's the same batch. Now, I would not take these guys out and put a brand new batch of babies on their bedding. I would not do that. Sanitize. Sanitize. Another thing, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but for the first bag or two of feed you run through, medicated. Okay, side note, except for Silkies. I found that some Silkies, or a lot of Silkies, do not do well on medicated feed. You'd have to find another way around that. What we do is we run red cell or cord in the water, alternating, never together, to keep them going. And of course, we're super, super picky about the bedding that Silkies are on, or we'll just go with a plain wire-based bottom. So just to make sure that they're not sitting in anything. Silkies are tricky. We don't hatch them out often because they do require a little bit of extra work. And sometimes I know it sounds hard, guys, but we have lives. I don't have time to do all that extra work for making sure they're going to be okay. So once you're running through your medicated feed for the first week or two, it's, again, super, super important. Airflow, y'all. Airflow is so important. I'm not knocking anybody that brewed in a box. Those of you that have followed me from the beginning know that I brewed my quail in giant shipping boxes. So I am not knocking that. What I'm saying is make sure it's not enclosed. Make sure there is a really good amount of airflow. Fresh in, fresh out, guys. And if your brooder is starting to smell, clean it, guys. Not trying to be mean. I know life, trust me, life gets us. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But that smell is where the poop has started to break down, and guess what? That is the most perfect breeding ground for fungus, and unfortunately, you're going to end up with aspergillus. It is fungal based, which is why the medicated feed is such a great combatant for it. Now, I know some of you are like, you're crazy, you've got day-olds out here in a fully open brooder. Yes, I do. And again, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's because of this right here. This is the red light. It comes in a 2-pack from Tractor Supply, and y'all, that thing is like super, 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 super hot. So what I found is if I put it up, let me see if I can don't jump out, get out here. I've got it up about a foot right now, and it'll go up about another 6 inches by the time I switch it out for a regular light as I start to wean them off the heat. But right here, guys, is so warm. And the great thing about it is it radiates out. I can feel it all the way to the back of the cage. I can feel warmth over on this side of the feeder, and over there where everybody is trying not to spook too. It's nice and warm. This allows the chicks to self-regulate. I could run probably, and I know y'all think I'm crazy, I think there's 50 in here right now. No, I think there's 40 chicks and I think 10 quail. I do put quail chicks in with my baby chicks, as long as they're also coming from a clean area. Medicated feed as well. And that's just because it saves me the trouble of having to dip beaks and stuff. The quails, they're monkey see, monkey do. The quail teach them all they need to know. In about 3 weeks, these guys will move over to another brooder, and of course the quail will be old enough to move outside. Then this whole thing will get sanitized. We usually bleach. We try to make sure we have a week in between our hatches. So this whole thing will be sprayed down with bleach and everything else, and it will sit for a week unoccupied. So yeah, I just thought I would talk to you guys about Brooder pneumonia, some of the symptoms and things. So if that's something maybe you've been dealing with or dealt with in the past, here's some tips and tricks on how to prevent it and not have to deal with it ever again, hopefully. Well, guys, I hope your spring is going great, and hope you got your veggie gardens going and your brooders and all that good stuff are full. I guess I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.